Hi, this is Matt with the Crooked Pigs Barbecue channel. I don't know about you folks, but on Thanksgiving, we've got more people at our Thanksgiving celebration than just one turkey will feed. That presents a problem. How to cook enough turkey for your crowd? Well, you could cook 2 turkeys or 3 turkeys, but that presents another problem. Where are you gonna cook all of this turkey? You need your oven space and your cooker space for other things, rolls, dressing, pies, what have you. And so what I like to do to solve that problem is I like to cook one main bird on the day of Thanksgiving. I spatchcock that bird and cook it outdoors on my smoker. We recently uploaded a video. You can watch that video to find out how we brine, inject, spatchcock, and roast our turkey on a smoker for Thanksgiving Day. But in order to solve the problem of not having enough turkey to go around, I like to cook some additional turkey breasts. Now, the way I cook these makes it much more convenient than just simply cooking turkey breast on the day of Thanksgiving. I like to take the turkey breasts and detach the meat from the bone, so I have a boneless, skin-on turkey breast. Then I like to vacuum seal those with some herbs and aromatics and some butter or duck fat or what have you, and sous vide those turkey breasts so they come to 165 degrees. Then I take those and put them in my refrigerator a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Then on the day of Thanksgiving, the afternoon or evening of Thanksgiving dinner, if my crowd eats more white meat than my turkey provides, I can simply get those sous vide packages out of my fridge and place them under a broiler for just a few minutes and crisp up the skin, or put them on a hot grill to crisp up the skin and bring them back up to temperature. So down here on my cutting board, I've got a turkey breast. I'm going to show you how I take this off the bone and how I prep it for sous vide. Got a knife here, and I'm going to track right down the middle of that turkey breast. You can feel the bone, the breastbone right in there. We're gonna run that knife right through there. All right, we're gonna go all the way down one side. Gonna be careful not to gouge our skin too much. And now we're gonna follow the rib cage and take this breast off the rest of the carcass. All right. Now, when you get down to here, I just kind of butterfly it open. And continue just to follow the meat until I get to the joint here. And now we're cut through. Okay, we'll go to the other side and do exactly the same thing. We'll follow that breastbone right down the middle, trying to reserve as much of that meat onto the breast as possible. Take as much off of the carcass as we can. Helps to have a good sharp knife here. But this moves around a little, so be careful not to cut yourself. All right. Now, got the breast off mostly. We're gonna find the joint here again. Cut right on through it. And now we have 2 breasts removed from the rib cage. Now we'll set that aside. You can use that for stock, and if you look at our previous video, you can see how we make our turkey stock, and we use that turkey stock to make stuffing or dressing, as well as extra turkey gravy, so there's enough for your crowd. Now, down here on the board, we've got these turkey breasts, and they need a little additional trim. So there's some chunks out here that are gonna kind of burn a little and just not cook evenly. So we're going to try to clean this up just a little. You can see I'll clean that up there nicely. And I'll clean it up right here too. All right, that one's looking good. We'll scoop some of this trim to the side. Again, you can use every bit of that trim for turkey stock. Sometimes there's a little bit of bone and things that you've taken off that carcass. You got to get that off of there. Okay. Now we're gonna go around and try to make this a nice even shape. All right, and now we have 2 beautiful turkey breasts ready to go in our vacuum seal for sous vide. So stay tuned, I'll show you how we do that. All right, we're back showing you how we make extra turkey breast for our crowd with a sous vide turkey breast that we then broil under the broiler or grill on a grill. We have trimmed the turkey breasts off the bone, so now we have 2 boneless skin-on turkey breasts here on the board. Now I'm going to show you how we prep these to put them in the sous vide bath and season them. So I'll flip them over, meat side up. Wipe my hands. I'm gonna take the same Heath Riles garlic butter. Oop, there's a little bit of a tendon. We're gonna take that out of there. If you do see a tendon like that, go ahead and trim that out. It's right there in the tenderloin section there. Okay, we'll set those aside. Now, we'll grab the Heath Riles garlic butter and we'll put a nice light coat on here. Just like that, okay? And we'll flip it over. And we'll do the same thing on the skin, just a nice light coat. Okay, now I have 2 food saver bags prepped and ready to go, 1 for each breast. So I'm gonna take one of these breasts, we're gonna slide it in. Okay, now we're gonna put it skin side down in the bag right here on the table. And on top of the meat side, I'm gonna take some fresh thyme and some fresh sage. I'm gonna set that in there right on the meat so that can actually penetrate the meat and flavor it. If it's on the skin side, that flavor is not going to penetrate as well, but if it's on the meat side, the vacuum seal will pull that into the meat and it will penetrate and flavor it. We're gonna take a half a stick of butter and again, set it right on the meat. Now that one's ready. Let's take our next bag. We'll slide our turkey breast in, skin side down. A little bit of fresh thyme, a little bit of fresh sage, and our half a stick of butter. Okay, now we're gonna take these to the food saver, we'll vacuum seal them tight, and we'll go from there. All right, we're back here. We've got our seasoned and trimmed bird vacuum sealed and ready to go into the immersion circulator. They've both been vacuum sealed with the butter on top and the herbs, as well as the dry rub seasoning that I put onto the meat. I've got an Inkbird sous vide machine here, all prepped and ready to go at 145 degrees. We're actually at 143, we're almost to 145. Now, I've got the water preheated, so as soon as these are vacuum sealed, I can drop them in. So I'm gonna drop them in just like this. And we're going to try to make sure that the bottom of the bag does not touch the suction tip on the immersion blender. Now, to make sure that these don't float up or get carried away, I like to use a binder clip or a chip clip and just clip those bags right to my container here. Okay, now we're gonna set this for 2.5 hours approximately. That should be enough at 145 degrees to get the bird cooked to a safe temperature. When it's done, you can hold it in the refrigerator for up to a week. You can freeze it even and defrost it and sear the skin. Or you can simply do this the night before Thanksgiving, and then when your guests arrive and it's time for more breast meat, you can just pull these out of the refrigerator, stick them under the broiler, or stick them right on the grill, and they'll be ready to go. So we'll come back in 2.5 hours and show you how these look when they're done and how they're going to look when you pull them out Thanksgiving afternoon and get ready to sear them. Thanks. All right, we're back, and our turkey breasts have been in the water bath for about 2.5 hours. I opened one of these a while ago and I temped it. The core temperature is 145 degrees. Turkey is safe at 145 degrees if it's held there for around 15 minutes. And so as soon as I got that core temp, I vacuum sealed the bag back down and I held it there for 15 minutes, and now we're ready to take it out of the sous vide and crisp up the skin. So I'll show you what that looks like here on the board. Here's the 2 breasts. You can still see the herbs on the meat side. skin side sitting straight up. We're gonna go ahead and take these out of the bag and place them on a piece of foil here. We're gonna get some paper towels so that we have a nice dry surface here. All right, I'm gonna reach in and grab one of these and set it right here on my pan and discard the bag. You can actually use the melted butter with the herbs as a base for a roux for your gravy. And if you'll watch our gravy video that we filmed previously, you'll be able to see how to make a roux and a gravy. So this is great butter to reserve for that if you'd like to save that in the bag. Otherwise you can just toss it. Okay, so as mentioned before, there's a couple ways to crisp up the skin here on these turkey breasts. They look really gray and really blah right now, but they won't when they're finished. These, however, could be held just like this almost indefinitely in your refrigerator or your freezer and held for Thanksgiving, and then you can crisp up the skin as needed. So you can crisp it up under a broiler, on a grill, or in this case, I'm going to use a propane torch. We're going to crisp up the skin that way. It's just a propane torch from Home Depot. And we're going to take that to the skin and get it crackling good. And try to put a nice even brown on there. A little bit of that fat popping. You can see we're getting a good brown on there. Try to keep that even. Torch went out. I'll turn it so you can see better here. My torch seems to be going out. And we'll crisp the other one. Gonna let my torch rest here. Might be running out of propane. Well, I'm beginning to run out of propane here apparently in my torch. I think the bottle might be a little cool. What I'm going to do is stick this in my sous vide water. See if I can't raise the temperature in that canister. Let's see if that helped. Didn't. Looks like I'm about out of propane. So we'll leave it there on this one. Typically I would brown it a little more than this. This one's about browned enough, although under the broiler you'll get a little more even brown. But that gives you an idea of how you can brown that up really quick the day of Thanksgiving. You can simply put it in your broiler, keep an eye on it, make sure it browns nice and crispy. You can do the torch, or you can throw it on a grill skin side down. But all right, with the magic of TV, we got a little more propane and browned up the skin a little more for you so you can get a better idea of what that looks like. Now we're gonna slice into it. So I like to just cut right across the breast like that into nice, fairly thick slices. And that's what we're gonna do here right now. This beats the heck out of carving chunks of breast off of a whole bird in a roasting pan sitting on a table. You can just slice these up nice. Everybody gets a nice piece of skin. And believe me, each piece of this is as moist as the next, end to end. You can see the moisture in it. Look at this here. Look at the moisture in that, running out. This is how Thanksgiving turkey should be. We'll slice this other one, see how we're doing over here. All right, and now you can just add that to your serving platter along with the rest of the turkey that you've made on Thanksgiving Day. But say goodbye to Grandma's dry turkey breast. Look at the moisture in that. That is absolutely delicious. I'm gonna taste it right now and see how it is. That is perfect turkey. That's how you should make your turkey on Thanksgiving. If you enjoyed this recipe, please let us know in the comments. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video if you enjoyed this. And please, again, comment in the comments. Let us know what you think of this recipe, what you'd like to see going forward from Crooked Pigs Barbecue. Thank you.